Fine, you can do it because I don't.
You guys are handsome. I think you got handsome dudes.
Everybody's handsome.
It should be. Give it about a couple seconds. It should be ready. Maybe a couple seconds longer because it's not on there yet. What is going on? Where's our faces?
Hey, Gabe, look, it's your favorite thing.
Penis.
Yeah, gross.
Christmas tree?
Heather, I wish it was penis.
He can hear you.
Penis.
Ugh.
Love you, Gabe.
I love me too. I love you too, Heather. I don't hate
All
you.
right. It should be up and ready and live right now.
Neat.
Share it real quick.
Oh, there it is.
I put is, but it should be us. Damn it, I hate my keyboard.
I have 4 cats that want to come hang out in a podcast.
All right, so we're ready. Let's do this. Do this thing. All right. Hi, everybody. My name's Lacey, the LXP show, and I'd like to welcome Killed by a Yeti. So without further ado, go ahead and give everyone your names this way. I always do that on everything. I do it the opposite way. And what you play.
So I'm the vocalist. I'm Dipper. I just yell at people. That's my cat. And yeah, I just yell at people, and the other 2 dudes do stuff.
I'm Brody. I drum.
I'm Gabe. I play bass. No.
Lying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Gabe. I do guitar.
I'm Brody. I play the drums.
For real
That
this
works.
time.
And all right, well, we're just going to jump into it. This one's a little bit different. Dipper and I talked about it briefly before when I asked about it. We're going to shift gears. Usually I go into about albums, songs, stuff like that. And in this instance, you guys have done a lot of live shows, but haven't gotten into, I don't know, we'll get to that in a second about what's coming up for you guys, album-wise, single-wise, and stuff like that. But I wanted to touch first on live shows. I know you recently did one, the Friendsgiving, right?
That was It's All Grizzly. So the one we did prior to this. Yeah, I know. I'm in too many bands. That's the problem. I think the one we did before this was in Spud's Bar with American Standards, who was dropping a new video.
Okay, yeah.
Is that it?
Right.
No. Actually, that was longer. We played with.
No, that was at Blues. So we opened up for a small rescue show where a particular venue fell through, and so a good buddy of ours, Andrew, helped pull it together for the guys in Bystander and Sullen Eyes, who are from Portland and somewhere in SoCal, respectively. And so we kind of just pulled it together and threw a show together in less than a week. And so we opened up for those guys as they were on their kind of like routing dates before Bystander hooked up with Inferius to do their like whole Midwest tour that they were doing.
Yeah.
That works. All right,
and
so
don't forget,
go ahead.
Alliance was on there either, and they just won the KUPD Pladio thing. So shout out to them. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, they absolutely killed it.
that was a good one because you also had in the running, it was Tarot Blood and Demonic.
Yeah,
as
and
well. They ranked pretty good too.
yeah, they're good friends of mine too.
Shout out to you guys out there.
Sorry, my cat's like coming up to me like, "What are you doing?"
He
That's
just
good.
wants
My
to
dog
partake.
will refuse to leave Brody alone.
I'm petting the dog.
Every time he's looking down, he's just petting Wilbur over here.
Oh, real quick, you guys can see the comments on the screen, right? On the side.
I didn't. Oh, I'm in private chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
There-
Kissed by a Yeti? I'll kiss you, Tyler, right in the mouth.
All right, so back to the lives. I remember when Dipper and I were talking about it, you said that you guys have gotten a lot of requests to do live shows where you guys haven't really had a chance to focus on doing a single and stuff like that. So do you want to go into a little bit more, like what all you've done for live shows and stuff like that?
The first show we got asked to play. Why can't I remember for some reason? I'm
The
drawing a
first one-
blank.
Yeah, the first one was Spur Bar. That was up in Payson, which is like an hour and a half outside of the valley. So we were playing up there with the guys in American Standards, An Awful Mess, and Unholy Missionaries, which are all phenomenal bands, and it was a very wild lineup from start to finish. You had us, which we do kind of just this weird grind, kind of I don't know, Dr. Acula meets Lamb of God kind of thing that we're doing.
We're gross.
Then what's that?
We're gross.
Yeah, no, it's icky and I love it. Then you have Unholy Missionaries, which are this phenomenal folk punk band, and kind of in the vein of like Days and Days, We the Heathens, kind of in that vein, which is fronted by our buddy Theron and Danny, which they're beautiful human beings and I love them to death. And then you have An Awful Mess, who's basically just sad boy pop punk, and Aaron kills it there too. And he's going to be recording us, and he's recording the American Standard stuff. And then obviously everybody knows American Standards at this point and knows what they do. So that was
And then the next
beginning.
one,
Or October.
yeah, and then the next one was the Blues Barn, and then we have one on December 9th coming up. And the reason that we haven't like filled with singles because we've only been a band for like 4 months, if that.
Yeah,
And
I think we had our first practice in like May.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
and that was still like the end of COVID. So then, then it took us a little bit to write a couple songs. We have all the songs done. We just haven't had time to go record. With Aaron doing Awful Mess stuff and us, so we just got to correlate our time. But then we just keep getting asked shows. I know I've gotten asked 2 that I've had to turn down because some of us work weird hours. So, but yeah, we got to get just together and but yeah, mostly we're just a live band right now. People just want us to play
At this
live.
point, like, I can count at least 4 shows that we've had to turn down.
I mean, that's cool though. Like it's
Yeah,
getting out there
it's
with
cool feeling. Like I like it.
yeah. All right. Speaking of that you guys been around for about 4 or 5 months. How did you guys all meet and come up with the concept of Killed by a Yeti?
Facebook.
Yeah, Zipper and I met on Facebook, and then like we met in person at like one of the first shows back at the Nile after COVID. So it was like Dead Echo was doing their EP release show, and they had a couple bands on the lineup, including It's All Grizzly. And I wanted to, like, one of my original goals pre-COVID was to go out and like actually support the local scene a lot more. And then COVID happened, and I wasn't really able to do that in that regard. So that was like the first chance back, and like I got to meet, and Dipper and I just kind of hit it off, and we've been talking ever since, and we've just been talking back and forth that we wanted to do something. And we finally, like, after I don't know how many group chats that we make of different groups of people trying to get something to going.
About four, and then my buddy Dondre hit me up, and he's like, Brody, you need to get Brody in there. And Brody's a madman on drums. He's basically Animal from the Muppets, and I fucking love it. He's ungodly talented, and I don't understand that he was in like one band prior to this, or maybe a couple bands, but no one has him, and I'm just thankful that we have a drummer that's not like, I'm in 6 bands right now.
Yeah, I kind of really hate being in multiple bands because for that reason where it's just like I don't feel like I can't put more of my energy towards a band. And if I have two bands going on, it's just like nope, I can't.
Like
No.
we truly have the unicorn drummer. Like he's not in multiple bands, let alone like 5 or 6. He shows up on time, and he actually cares.
It's like a trifecta. You
Yeah.
got all of it across the board.
Yeah,
The only
it's
person
great.
we're missing right now is Austin. Austin has to work at midnight, so he's probably asleep right now. So that's why he couldn't join us, which is completely understandable because when you got to work, you want sleep.
You gotta
I've worked that
well,
shit before, and it is brutal.
yeah, that's where sleep is very valuable. I agree. Moving on to the next round of things, musical inspirations for all 3 of you gentlemen. What inspired you to play the stuff you play now?
We want to be weird. Honestly, that's not even like. So I mean, I like a lot of like weird grind and like noise, and Gabe's just open to really pretty much anything. Gabe is an all-around dude. And I was like, I want to do stuff like this, Dr. Acula, and like Black Dahlia Murder type stuff, like all that stuff. He's like, I got you. And yeah, and that's just what we want to do. We want to make something like if you come to the show and you actually hear it, it's a lot different than a lot of the other bands. We do have like some influences from the bands that we play with inside there, but it's sporadic and weird and just fun. And we just want to make something different.
So
Yeah,
it's authentically your own.
Exactly. Like we didn't want to do the same open note chugging and syncopated headbanging thing that a lot of folks are doing nowadays, which is fine. Like I'm glad that it works for them. It just wasn't really kind of what we wanted to do. And I always wanted to do something a lot more riffy and a lot more technical. Like one of my biggest influences is the band Trivium, which they're basically just Riff City. And this just kind of let me take the melodic side of what they do and then just make it dissonant and disgusting, which bleeds into the deathcore side of the stuff that I love.
There is videos up of us playing, so you can actually hear some of these songs. I know there's we have one about Brandon Fraser that's up right now, and then we have one about Nancy Reagan coming back from the dead and just using her throat. And we have another one. I think there's one more up called Red Lamp. So there is music up. It's just not recorded. It's just all live video.
That's the one that I've seen that you played live in Payson, if I understand. The Nancy Reagan one. That's the one I caught on Facebook.
That one actually, people love that song, and we were like Republican country, and I was like, I don't know how the fuck this is gonna go, but here's what the song's about, and they just lost their mind.
No, that's awesome.
It's also definitely like one of the weirdest songs that we've written too, just because when I wrote that whole riff and everything, Trevor Strnad had just passed away, and so it was just kind of like my homage to Black Dahlia, and so it really kind of sounds nothing like the rest of our stuff, but it seems to be the most popular one with the couple shows that we played so far.
That's cool. Now going into writing, who is the primary writer? Is it Dipper or you?
I write all the lyrics, and you write all the. If they want to write and do vocals, I let them, but Gabe writes a lot of technical stuff where he can't pull away from guitar. So yeah, I mean, all my inspiration. I'll tell you what Red Lamp's about. Red Lamp's just about a story I read off Reddit, and like how this dude was just staring at a red lamp in his living room, and it just started to grow and like dissipate and just be all weird. Come to learn out that he woke up from a coma. Well, not a coma, but like he was hit on the head for like 5 minutes, and he woke up and he imagined that he had this whole life and had to get therapy after it. Don't know if it's a true story, but that's what that song's about. And then I just pull from weird things. I don't know where they come from. I honestly couldn't tell you, but I don't like to write I don't like to write about me. I like to write about things that I see. Sometimes I do get personal, but a lot of it's just like stories or just like, just an overall arcing idea for something.
And then Brody, right? Is it the same for you? You
Yes.
write about stories, or is it your own personal?
Oh, I don't write any sort of lyrics at all.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm not a lyric writer.
No.
Like, I kind of
okay,
whack stuff until it sounds pretty cool, and it works out most of the time, So there's my life.
Okay, so Brody, that's you. Gabe, okay, that question is actually for you, but I screwed up and got confused between the both of you. At least I'm honest.
Okay.
But
We look similar,
I just looked at the
for me,
names
like
and I'm
that's fair. Yeah, they are ordered incorrectly. Hi Dakota, I love you. For me, like Dipper said, like Dipper kind of just takes care of really all the lyrical content of it. My lyrical content writing really spans to sad boy pop punk that is really just it's super dark, and I don't like reading back the lyrics that I used to write, so I just don't really touch on it anymore. So in terms of just like what I'm writing musically, I usually will just take like whatever emotion that I'm feeling. Like one of our heavier songs, its working title is "The Owls Are Not What They Seem." That one was written when Roe v. Wade had come out and all of that information, and I was just pissed. So I just decided that I was just going to throw down this really black metal-y dissonant kind of thing that was gonna just kind of hit really hard. And I mean, I feel like I managed to pull that off, but it's just one of those things. Like I just try and take whatever feelings that I have and correspond those with whatever's going on a fretboard, and then from there I take it and mold it and adjust it as needed for whatever song that it is that we're doing.
God damn it, you're so articulate when you speak, dude, and I'm the vocalist of the fucking band, and I sound like a caveman when I speak. Me write words, and I go,
I'm just the guy
It works, I
that
understand.
dude, Gabe and Brody, your service sucks right now.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was
I'm
like
sorry.
mine. 'Cause I'm watching you, and yours is clear, but theirs is a little patchy, so I wasn't sure.
No, they're all the way.
Yeah,
They're all
running
running
off my phone.
really far Mesa.
Yeah, my internet just went down on Sunday.
But we'll keep it a little short. For everyone that's watching, usually I do trivia. I didn't do trivia tonight. The holidays kind of got to me, and I kind of ate my way through a coma, so haven't really gave trivia that proper ado. Yeah, exactly. Setting up trees, wrapping gifts, doing all that stuff. I know that we're rounding out the year, but what are your guys' plans for 2023? What are your goals? What do you have lined up? That sort of thing.
I feel like I talk a lot, so Gabe, you can do.
I feel like you talk a lot, man. We have something lining up at the moment. It's nothing that we can announce yet, but we are working with some homies who may or may not be in the comment section. Looking at you, Dakota. But we're working on something to get a show just lined up right out the gate in January, and we absolutely want to get some stuff recorded. Every time that we turn around and somebody asking, well, what do you have? Do you have Spotify, Apple Music, whatever it might be? And I'm just like, we don't have anything right now because we haven't really had a chance to get in there and do anything with it.
Yeah, it's a weird.
It'll be coming.
Yeah, it's a weird experience for this one because usually I was like, we won't do anything until we get like music done or nah. And then I put out that we were in a band, and they're like, play shows, and we're like, well, we can't fucking say no now, can we? And then so we just started playing shows because all the shows are with our friends that we've been dying to play with regardless, and they just keep asking us, and we keep saying yes when we can because fuck it, why not? You'll still get to see the music, you'll still get to hear us. You'll know what we're about, and you might not get to listen to it, on your own free will, except maybe through a shitty video that we post. But at least you can come out and see us. And then, the December 9th show is all about mental health awareness and, donating to mental health. And that's really more important than anything. So more so for you to come see us because you can't really hear us that well on a video. And that's more so to come donate to a show and see us play.
Yeah. I actually plan on it, but I'll talk to you more about that when we get off the live stream. But that
we also had like just kind of this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say there's a novelty in that with having people come and hear you live rather than a lot of it is you hear it first on Spotify and stuff like that, and then you go to a show. It's kind of like you guys changed it up, and there's a novelty in that. I like that. That's unique, and in this day and age, that's cool to have that kind of uniqueness, and it's working well.
Yeah, and we also just kind of all set the premonition that like we weren't going to have really any expectations going into this with each other. Like we're not going to be trying to get out there and immediately hit the road, go tour, try and get on national acts, anything like that. Like this is just us kind of having fun. Like if something comes out of it, that's super cool, but we're not going to be just like grinding and chasing it for little to no gain. Like this is really just going to be about us just kind of blowing off steam, hanging with our friends, and really just kind of taking the pop punk route with it, and just some summer vacation never ends.
I like it. That's cool.
I think that's how the best bands come about too, is they're not wanting to seek fame. Really, we just want to play with our buddies and be like, hey, nice set. Did you hear my dick joke? And then laugh with them. And then, you can just see how other people feel and just want to see people have fun, honestly.
No, that works. And it's, like you said, it works well because it's not forced. It's not pressured. It's a more relaxed vibe, and things flow a lot better when it's more relaxed and there's not all that pressure on trying to reach these certain goals and standards that a lot of them have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Puts a lot of stress on you. It puts a lot of stress on you, honestly. It's nice. It's nice to be with these dudes and just, you know, kind of go with the flow and just see how naturally things just came about, because we just really weren't trying to push anything. We were just like, hey, you know, we're here, and they're like, play shows now, and we're like, okay.
All right. So with all that, is there anything you would like to add, plug, or anything like that? I know that Dipper, every time you're on here, you have a shirt to show off. So what shirt do we have tonight to show off?
My favorite boys in Doc Hammer. I just played with them on Saturday, and every time they come through, they always want to play with us, and we always want to play with them. So yeah, in every sense of the term. But yeah, Doc Hammer, check them out. If you're missing like that every time I die party feel like they used to have, like on the Junk Aesthetic and stuff like that, go check them out. They're really good for filling that void for every time I die right now.
All right, and
fantastic guys.
Anything?
One more time.
I got a Tommy on, and I know.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. You got a Tommy on.
Yeah, they're the boys. I love them. Absolutely go see them whenever you can. And then just really plugging the 12/9 show. Like it's going towards what's the organization, Dipper?
Dude, I'm fucking terrible. Don't even ask me. That's why I said just going towards mental health, because I can't fucking remember.
What we'll do is
MANN.
I think you're right. I think you're
We'll take one of your guys' flyers and we'll put it in the comment section once we're done. That way people can see it and can hit up you guys for tickets.
Yeah, all I care about is donations. They'll have one for tickets. If you want to buy tickets, you can come, but there's another link for donations. If you can't come, donate $1, donate $2. Just anything will help. I mean, like I said, if you can't make it to the show, all I really care about is, you know, raising money for just, you know, mental health, because it's super important, and it's just a big thing that falls by the wayside a lot. You see a lot of people in society and, you know, crumble under these things, and there's not enough outlets out there. So if we can donate to it and open more outlets for people to get better health, that's all I really give a fuck about. And I'm pretty sure the boys agree with me too.
Yeah, we're just there as a byproduct of it. Like if we didn't have to play and people would still put money towards it, like that's a bigger thing for me. We're just kind of going to be doing it because it helps pull it in. It helps bring awareness to it, and at the end of the day, people can still have fun while also putting money towards it, which is really the end goal of it. I mean, like Dipper already kind of hit all the main points with mental health. Like we're in a really critical time in society at this point. I mean, we all struggle with it ourselves, and I'm sure that anybody watching this has dealt with some form of it in one way or shape or another. So that there's no reason that we shouldn't be putting more time, effort, and thought into these kind of things. And so I feel like the organization that Danny, the guy who's putting it on, and he's the drummer for what's his band? Broken Eclipse, sorry. He's the drummer for Broken Eclipse, and he's the one putting on the show. That's why he picked this, and we're all really behind it and support him 100%.
Yeah. It'll be cool. Well, I'm excited. Everyone that's watching right now and that will be watching because it replays, you listen to the guys. Even if you can't go, donate. It's a very good cause. And as for that, I'm going to wrap it up. But don't leave. I'm just going to get off the live. For everyone else, I have one coming up on Friday. That's an international one from Brazil. It's with the metal band Abstracted. So that should be a fun time. I also have a co-host, which is Gus. And then I have one more that'll be a recorded one with Buddy from the Phantom Darling. So that'll be done this week as well. So everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you guys for joining me, and don't go anywhere. All right. Thank you guys.